Hey, what's up guys, Duff here. It's a little different, huh? Or what is today, Wednesday? I am in the intermediary portion of a MOHS procedure for some more skin cancer that I have cut out right there. And I have a little bit of time to kill yet, about a half an hour or so. So I have my One Wheel XR here. So I figured I'll just zip around on that for a little bit. And yeah, it's a good way to spend some time, right? I'm hoping I remember to charge it. It's been a while. I'm trying to remember if I... Yep, okay. I'm hoping I charged it after I used it last, which was a few weeks ago. But we're moving. Feeling a little bit naked. I just have on my helmet and my wrist guards. Not ideal, but I'm literally just going to be putt-putting around here. Should not be putting myself at risk, although, as always, it's always better to have too much gear than not enough, right? So anyways, yeah, skin cancer surgery once again. It's getting to be old hat with me. This is probably my 10th or 11th procedure that I've had. Like I said earlier, it's a MOHS procedure, M-O-H-S. And basically what happens is they go in and they cut out a section. They cut out a section around where the skin cancer is, basal cell skin cancer in my case. And they test the edges to make sure that they get it all. And if they do, they schedule you to come back to get sutured up, you know, an hour and a half later. And if they don't, if they do detect more cancer cells, they actually have to open you up and cut you once again. I think the one time I had a MOHS procedure and they had to do it 3 times, and that wasn't a good time. But this time it only took 1 shot. They got it all in 1 shot, so it's good for me. So like I said, I've had tons of skin cancer cut out, and I can only attribute it to, you know, sun exposure in my youth, lots of volleyball outside. You know, like most people my age, I used to think it was really cool to try to get as tan as possible. You know, sunblock was not even a fleeting thought in my mind. So I think all those years of being negligent with my skin has been coming to so. I think I had my first spot cut off in my mid-30s or late 30s. So yeah, I started early. So I think I've been going to this guy for probably 15 years. Took the day off work, you know, half the day's gonna be gone from by the time I get done with the procedure today. So took the day off work, probably go home, do a couple more things. You know, for some reason I'm getting a hankering to mow the grass. You know, it's just such a fun thing to do. But not as fun as riding the one wheel. guys see that video that MadPack did on that guy that's trying to make his own electric unicycles here in the States? I know I've seen some of his posts of his customs that he's done. You know, he's done one-offs, several different designs, so you know, he obviously has the skill to do it. But Adam was sort of like pitching it like he plans to try to do a legitimate launch, you know, selling them as a business. And it's going to be interesting. I saw some of the prototypes. You know, there was some pluses and minuses I saw to the design. Definitely unique, for sure. I don't know that it was something that would appeal to me or not, but my big question is just the logistics. You know, as far as I know, this is basically a one-man operation, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But it would be awesome to have a USA-based EUC manufacturer. So yeah, I guess every journey starts with a single step, right? So hopefully this is a single step to a successful journey for this guy. I don't know his name. I forget the name of the company as well, but good luck to you, bud. The Gotway EXN has been getting a lot of attention lately. I mentioned in the last video, Marty just got one to test, and he immediately recognized how much torque that wheel had. And Chooch and Adam as well have basically echoed those same feelings, that as far as acceleration goes, the EXN is the strongest wheel that they've ever ridden. So, you know, if you're willing to overlook some of the other quality control issues with Gotways, EXN might be an interesting wheel for you. If you're all about performance, that wheel definitely has all the performance you could probably want, and a big battery to boot. Me being old, I tend to focus on some of the other things, like the trolley handle and the position of the charging ports that look like they are drains for a bathtub. If you got caught in hard rain, if you don't take any steps to make sure that those areas do not take in water, I can see some bad things happen, as well as some the opening that they had down by the system board, which I guess they've modified to make it less prone to allow moisture and other stuff in. But yeah, those issues are still there as far as I know. But if you ride primarily in a dry climate, hey, no worries. Something about side stance riding, man. I dig it. Something about it. Unless you've ever ridden a one wheel, you won't really understand the difference. And that's all I got to say about that. An artist. Oh guys, there was one thing I wanted to mention regarding the halo light that I installed on my Sherman that I overlooked, and I picked up on it when I reviewed the letter that Joe put in the box with the stuff that he sent me. I mentioned how the light kit that you buy on AliExpress, it's bare wire, so you have to put a right angle microphone jack on there. But there's another part of this that I neglected to pay attention to. That light, by default, the outer halo strobes. And that is its behavior. It just strobes, and you can't disable it. However, Joe bypassed, there's a chip on there, and I don't know if this is, I need to find out if this is documented on the Electric Unicycle forum. There's a chip on the light that controls the strobing, and Joe bypassed that chip that allows the light to stay on full time. And in addition, he had to solder on a resistor so that halo light is able to stay on all the time and doesn't overheat. So there is definitely a lot more to this than meets the eye. You know, luckily for me, Joe did all this legwork for me ahead of time, so all I had to basically do was slap it on and plug it in. But if you want to try to do something similar, you would have to take those additional steps as well. So like I said, I will try to see if I can find the details on that, exactly what was done, if that's something that has been published, but it is definitely not a plug and play operation. Much like the M10-3, you can just have a good time just in small spaces. Just being one with the board. Okay guys, I think it's going to wrap it up for my One Wheel XR MOHS intermission ride. Something you will not see very often. If you found the ride interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're subscribing, hit the notify bell over there somewhere. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below about anything I talked about on the video. We do have membership available on the channel. I'm not going to go into a big commercial about it, but hit that join button down below and you can find out more information about it. Lots of different perks. And yeah, that's all I have for now, guys. Hope the rest of your week is fantastic. Until next time, Duffman out. Do a simple stop.